Faces and Heels podcast. One handsome devil. Your host, Jack Purcell. Scissor me, daddy ass. Louis Perry, here comes. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell. Faces and Heels podcast.
Oh, sorry, we're on the air. Welcome to the Faces and Heels podcast, where tonight we are going full feast mode for the season finale before we take a break for the summer. And we've got a special guest joining us about halfway through tonight, Bobby Buffet. You may have seen him on The Monster Factory. You may have seen him at BST. And we're going to be
You
talking
may have seen him at McDonald's.
You might have. We're going to talk more about that in Blood, Sweat, and Tears tonight. We got Louis Perry looming large, Ink Sling and Jack Purcell not slinging ink tonight. And we're going to talk about some pro wrestling, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, AEW, whatever else you guys want to talk about. Eric Hunting's in there right at the start. Good evening. I got the munchies. Oh, Eric, you came to the right place, brother.
I was trying to explain tonight who Bobby Buffet was, and I was like, well, he's on the Monster Factory. He worked all over, not just on the indie scene. He come to ring eating food, and they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, he comes to ring eating food, and they're like, and they allow that? I'm like, it's pro wrestling. They allow everything. What the hell? They allow me in the ring.
Yeah.
They're like, but that was 1,000 years ago. Oh my God, it feels like it.
Oh.
I was like, yeah, I know. And I took my son and slapped him upside his cranium. But it is. It's like the business changed over the years, but it changed for the better. And I can't wait for Bobby to be on so we could talk to him about it.
Yeah, he's a really nice dude. I got to meet him for the first time at the last Blood, Sweat, and Tears show. So we'll be talking some BS.
Which unfortunately I can't go this week. I know I can't go. Not my fault. Damn deer.
Oh yeah, should you tell people what you're referencing?
What, that a deer beat me up?
Yeah, well, it's a different kind of wrestling match than we've talked about you being.
Yeah, I know. I already called the boys down at BST. They already know that I'm not going to be there. So sent them the picture of the Angry Geek Mobile, and they're like, "Dude, are you okay?" Yeah, I'm fine. I am fine. It's funny. One of our show sponsors, Eric Yako, I sent him a picture, and he was like, "Oh, fill out an accident report, and hopefully you won't sue." I said, "Boss, I hit a deer," and he goes, "Oops. Sorry about that. I didn't read that part." And yes, I did the job to Bambi, Eric. I did the job to Bambi. So yeah, it was pretty funny.
It's crazy stuff, my man. Crazy stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Before we even get into talking about the BST stuff, I just wanted to mention that I've got a little inside track to a match that's going to be happening at Pro Wrestling Grind the end of July, about a month from now. We're going to be seeing the debut of Aaron Rourke is debuting for Grind.
Aaron Rourke.
His opponent's
is related to Mickey.
No, you interrupted
me.
Are you
sure? Because Mickey Rourke played Randy the Ram in The Wrestler, which is one of my favorite movies. I don't know if anybody out there ever seen it, and it's a fantastic movie. I mean, I think Mickey Rourke was born for that role. Have you ever seen the movie, Jack, The Wrestler?
Oh, are you kidding me? Yeah.
What was your thoughts on it before we get to that? What was your thoughts on it? I know this is old news, but what's your thoughts on that movie?
I love it. I think the acting is great.
I mean, It was. It was a fantastic movie. Heartbreaking. What do you think happened at the end?
Uh,
Because
I don't.
it's your own interpretation,
It
the end
is.
of the movie, and let's ask our listeners and viewers. Please send us a comment online, comment down in the comment section to let us know what your thoughts are at the end of The Wrestler. Exactly what happened. My thoughts is he died. He died in the ring.
It would
Because you
be
do hear the
appropriate.
heartbeat, and then you do hear the heartbeat, and then you do hear it stop, and then of course the screen fades to black. But Jack, what is your thoughts? And then Eric Hunting comes in and says, Eric Hunting says, Aaron is my girlfriend's favorite. Wow. What is your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, I like to think that he died doing what he loved. I mean, that works. That ending works for me. I mean, I love that movie. I don't really think about the ending that much, so it's funny that you asked that question. I really I love it from beginning to end. I love the soundtrack. I love the supporting cast. I love the elements of real pro wrestling they took from. I like some of the supporting cast we see show up. I don't know the ending. I don't mind thinking that he might have died in the ring, especially because it's almost it's appropriate considering some of the content earlier in the film with his collapse in the locker room.
Hmm. Okay, cool, 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 cool. I just wondered.
But if you haven't seen it, totally recommend it. The Wrestler
Yeah,
is
definitely. I
fantastic.
mean, you can probably find it on Tubi for free. Go anywhere, and you can probably find this movie. It's a fantastic movie, great storytelling. Mickey Rourke was up for an Oscar for that movie as well, and I think I and an Emmy as well. And Bruce Springsteen actually won uh, an Emmy for his song of The Wrestler um, for the movie.
What Springsteen song was in The Wrestler? I don't even remember that.
It was called The Wrestler.
It
Would you
was?
like me to give it to you? Oh my God, Jack! Yes, it's called The
Wow.
Wrestler.
I did not
Have
know
you ever
that.
seen a one trick? Have you ever seen a one trick pony running in the field so happy and free? If you seen that one trick pony, well, you seen me. Have you ever seen a one legged man dancing in the breeze? Well, if you seen that one legged man, well, you seen me. You seen me, all happy and free. Yeah, you never ever heard Springsteen song "The Wrestler" for
No,
the movie.
never.
Oh my!
Never.
Yeah, and you call yourself a wrestling fan?
I
My
do. I
Jesus!
do. I've got a different set of priorities than you do
My God!
oftentimes. I can't believe I
Oh
don't
my
know
God!
that because I've seen
Yeah,
Springsteen twice. I like to think of myself as a fan, but good
no,
Lord, I didn't know
no,
that.
my God! You have never heard the Bruce Springsteen song "The Wrestler"?
Does Lewis have a fever? Can anyone confirm this? I do not know this.
Okay, all right. Now, all right. Let's see, Jack. Would you like to bet me? Would you like to bet me some dollars?
No, no, I think you've got an odd brain, and I mean that in the best
What do you mean
way.
I got an odd brain? What are you talking about?
You remember weird stuff.
No, Jack, I do not remember weird stuff. I just know. I just know stuff. Okay. Now, if Jamie's watching, she's probably going to say, whatever. But
She will. She'll say whatever.
no, they'd probably agree with you.
Oh, okay. Well,
But
I like what Jamie's saying so far.
why is she in here?
Not yet, but I mean, so far, I like what your predictions are. That she's going to agree with me.
Okay. All right. So, you know what, Jack? Because I love you, because you're my brother, you're my business partner. Let's treat our fans. Okay?
Okay.
Let's treat our fans right now. This is what we're going to do. Hopefully we don't get kicked off. Hopefully we do not get kicked off.
All right, I believe you now.
No, motherfucker, you go. Ooh. You're gonna watch this.
Well, if you get us kicked off, I mean, come on.
No, watch. Just watch.
Well, I'm watching, but some people are just listening, and it's not very entertaining if they can't see what we're seeing.
Why? They can't say I'm sharing the screen.
We can't even hear Bruce's voice yet.
Because he doesn't start singing yet. Be quiet. Oh, look at that right there. Fantastic song. One of my favorites on my playlist.
Really?
Yes.
Even better than Macho Man's album?
Have you ever seen a one-trick pony and feel so happy and free? If you've ever seen a one-trick pony, then you've seen me.
Wow.
Yes. There you go. We'll just leave it like that. There you go.
Hey, you're
Right
right.
Of course I'm right. Now you owe me $5,000. You made the bet. No. When are you going to learn? When are you going to learn like everybody else? And Big Stevie's in the house. What's going on, my brother? When are you going to learn like everyone else? Not you, Stevie. You're going to learn one day. Don't bet against the house. Okay? Don't.
Okay.
I told you Bruce Springsteen did a song about a wrestler, about the wrestler, for the movie, and you were like, I'm a big Bruce Springsteen fan. I thought Bruce Springsteen encouraged it. So what? I'm telling you what happened. You owe me $6,000 right now.
Wow. That was
Yes.
intense. All right.
Very
Hey.
much so.
Hey, every once in a while, you're right. You got
What
me.
does Rose call me? What does Jamie call me? The fountain of useless information. How about that?
Yeah.
You can't beat me. Yeah, I'm moving, shaking, moving. You can't beat me. You can't.
Okay. Well, your trivia game will probably prove that point, but
Oh, I got a good question tonight. We're going Mid-South, baby. Woo! That's right. Mid-South.
All right. Well, you got me already. I'm not a big Mid-South fan, so.
And you call yourself a wrestling fan. Oh, my Jesus.
Well, I also don't go back and watch a lot of the 70s stuff where the highlights of the matches were knees.
I lived it. I lived it. Me and my dad sitting there watching it. Saturday mornings, Friday nights, Saturday evening, 6:05 on WTBS, the Superstation 17.
Okay. All right, Dusty. Well, let's bring us back to the 21st century here, because some of these
that was the 21st century.
Oh, it was?
Thank you. Maybe.
All right. Well, we'll get into that.
Hey, Stevie's in the house. What's going on? Rhode Island's very own Peter Griffin. I'll be hanging out with that gentleman this weekend.
Really?
What?
Oh, when you're not at BST.
No, not this weekend. I keep getting mixed up. Not this weekend. The following weekend at Contropolis, New Jersey. We'll be playing an ad for that in a little bit. I know it's your show, but I run the board. So anyway, go ahead.
That's true.
Yeah.
So listen, if you're in Connecticut on July 1st, this Saturday, you better be at the Blood, Sweat, and Tears show. Don't be like Lewis. Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
I don't have my car is broken. I hit a deer. A deer hit me.
Right. Well, anyway, Lewis has some people who could drive him, but whatever. I'm going to proudly represent.
I got people that drive me crazy like you.
Neil, come on, help us out here.
No, my son can't drive.
Oh, he's right.
He finally got his birth certificate.
Well, talk to me.
No, he's not.
Camera. What?
No, he's not. He's actually working. I'm running all this crap tonight by myself. So if anything happens, it's all on me.
Okay. All right. Let's remember that.
But I do want to say that we finally got Neil's birth certificate in, and it's like totally 100% official now.
Well, that's good. We want you to be
he's actually
legitimate.
Yeah, he's actually my kid for real, so I can beat him. I adopted a full-grown man. No.
Chasing the story like a hound.
I know, really. All right, go ahead.
So I want to show you something. Hopefully this will entice you.
Oh, Jesus. Hey, this is a family show. You can't show us anything.
No, this is PG material, brother. PG material. If you're not already planning on going to the BST show and you're a pro wrestling fan, let me give you a little something to entice you. If you're into trading cards, we got 3 new ones debuting at Blood, Sweat, and Tears this Saturday, July 1st. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that show. Hopefully you recognize these guys, past guests.
That's the main event.
The Faces and Heels podcast, the main event.
I
one of
just
the
said that.
right, one of the top tag teams here in the Northeast, and one of two Bobbies.
Oh, that's Bobby Orlando and Bobby Jr.
Well, yeah, one of three
They
actually.
they look so much alike.
Yeah, right. Look at that. There they are.
I know they look so much alike.
So Bobby Orlando, Bobby Jr., and then a Bobby we'll talk to shortly, Bobby Buffet.
Oh, and Eric Hunting says that he's into finishing the collection.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
There he is, Bobby Buffet. So 3 new cards will be debuting these at Blood, Sweat, and Tears this Saturday. And that's going to be on
It's
July
Saturday,
1st.
Saturday.
I think 6 p.m. bell time. Am I correct about that? 6 p.m. bell time.
Yes.
And it's going to be at the Two Roads Hop Yard Brewery, which I have never been to, Lewis. All right. I'm revealing that for the first time live. I've never
So you're
been.
going to be drunk. And Eric Hunting comes in and says, what?
Bobby Orlando just had a birthday. I actually just wished him a happy birthday this morning, belated as it may be, because the trading cards just arrived from the printer this morning. So he was very happy about that.
Wait a minute. Then how come I seen him the other day? Oh, I got to see the
Nah,
original
you
art
saw-
because I'm special.
Come on,
Oh,
come on,
my
come
God.
on. Give me a little credit. You got the preview.
I give you credit. I give you credit all the time. I give credit what credit is due.
Yeah, well,
Except for when you owe me $17,000 for just losing a bet about Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah, that was rough. I gotta. It'll keep me freelancing, so you're keeping me on my toes. I appreciate that.
I hope so. You better start that Patreon back up.
Yeah, well, hey,
have to pay my debt to Lewis.
Right. So, because Lewis won't be at the Blood, Sweat, and Tears show, I want to review some of the matches for him as well, because it's a stacked show. And again,
it is, and I'm so sad that I'm not going to be there.
Well, don't worry. I'm going to represent us proudly. But if you're not going, check it out. We got Vita Von Star against Skylar. It's not Hot Scoop Skylar. It's just Skylar. I don't know this Skylar. I haven't seen her wrestle, but Vita Von Star, again, has been a guest
close
on the
personal friend
podcast. That's right. She even has some artwork that I've done for her.
And a t-shirt. You got her. Yeah, you designed a t-shirt for her. And, Jack, you're one hell of a guy. You design a t-shirt for a wrestler, a beautiful wrestler at that, and you wear her t-shirt and she doesn't have one. What the hell?
Hey, talk to Zenshi about that one.
I know. I mean, dude, come on, get her one. She wants one.
Okay.
And Eric said I can read this one. Skylar Gray is great.
Okay, good. We're looking forward to seeing her for the first time live.
Yeah.
And Vita Von Star we've seen a bunch of times, and we know what she can do. So it should be a hell of a match. We've got a fatal 4-way. And last time we were at Blood, Sweat, and Tears, we had an Angry Geeks versus Faces and Heels match where it was Bobby Buffet versus Thick Daddy.
My personal fan. Yep, my
Andy
personal
Brown.
friend, Thick Daddy. Yep.
Right.
And
he's going to be in a fatal 4-way at this show on Saturday, July 1st, against Patrick Saint, who's a big dude. Mark Alexander, who I was there when Jack Dalton jumped him at a comic convention of all places.
Yeah, because you were an idiot asking for an autograph, and Jack Dalton was totally in the right for doing that because Alexander just cut the line. I mean, Jack Dalton was coming over actually to talk to me because I'm behind everything. I'm setting up the laptop. Just watch the footage. Watch the footage. You can see me at CH Square Collectibles Collecticon, proud sponsor of the Angry Geek Show. You can see me taking the laptop to adjust it so I can interview Mr. Dalton, the guy. And as I'm adjusting it, he comes walking around the corner. You get involved. He bumps him, and Jack was Jack Dalton, the guy, minding his own business. And what ensued, it was okay. And of course, did I bring up my 2 cents? Yes, I did.
Loudly.
I said, I was protecting the guy. My investment. I was like, hey, we were supposed to have an interview, and you, because you were getting an autograph, had to go mess it up. Plain and simple. Now Jack is on because of stress. Because he was under duress of that whole thing. He's out now because of an injury, and it's because of you, Jack.
Oh, man. Wow, man. You spun
He's
that.
on the shelf. He is on the shelf right now because of you.
Well, we do hope he recovers quickly. And
Me too. Have you sent him? I'm sending him flowers, sending him cards, sending him everything on a daily basis because of you and the duress that you put him underneath, and that's why he's on the shelf with his injury because of you. I'm
Wow.
ashamed of you.
Yeah, no,
Ashamed
it's
of you.
shameful behavior I wasn't aware of, but there it
Yeah.
is. And just to move on with this card, Elijah 6 is the fourth man in that fatal four-way. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a
Not
fatal
5.
four-way. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So
No,
fatal
not
four-way.
Elijah. Not Elijah 5th. It's Elijah 6th.
That's right. That's right.
Not
Yep.
not 5th or 4th.
All
It's
sorts of
the
confusion with 4
yeah.
and 6 and 5. Yeah. But
Okay.
yes, that's right. You have got it correct. And then
Okay.
we're going to be seeing a title match. I don't know if you're ready for this, but Ichiban is going to be defending the BST.
Number one. You always forget his name. How can you forget Ichiban number one? You forget number one constantly. And I have to correct you. When you say Ichiban number one, you have to say his full name. That's why he doesn't want to come on the show. First, you don't speak Ichiban, and you don't say Ichiban number one. You don't say his correct name. That's why
I
he
think
doesn't
I
want
think
to come
he
on.
would come on the show and say that you're number 2.
No, no, no. You just don't speak Ichiban. But go ahead. Talk about Ichiban number one.
Ichiban number 1, as you like to
Thank
call him, his full name, is going to be defending the title against Bobby Orlando and Bobby Jr. in his corner.
Oh,
Yep. Got a couple Bobbies in that match. Bobby Jr. will be in attendance. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
That's gonna be a banger. That's two
Indeed.
friends. See, that breaks my heart. Cause like that breaks your heart when because like what do you do in a situation like that where you know both combatants, you're friends with both combatants, you love them both to death, you see them working constantly. What do you do?
Cry.
What do you do, Jack? Yeah, you do cry. I mean, so like you want Ichiban number one to retain, but you would love to see a strap of gold around Bobby and Bobby Jr. What do you do? What? Let's ask our fans that. What do you do when two of your favorites collide? What do you do? How does it make you feel? What tips the scales for you? What do you do? I know when for myself back in the day when the Warrior and Savage went at it, I was like, "Oh, I knew which side I went to." But what happens when you don't have that type of loyalty to one or another when you are looking at two people and you're like, wow, what do you do when your loyalty is like equal level on both sides for two performers? How do you deal with that? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Send us an email. Send us a DM. Let us know on Instagram. How do you guys deal with that? Jack, how do you deal with that?
Well, I've got actually another match that I haven't even mentioned yet where I'm kind of feeling that way. So
Okay.
you're making the gears turn here because I actually didn't think about how I was going to feel. So now I am. So I'll get to that match in a second because we have 2 tag team matches happening, and the first of the 2 are going to be the Haven against Wasted Youth. The Haven we've had on the show, great guys.
Great guys.
It's going to be an awesome match. But here's and I don't have a problem there. We know we want the Haven to win that match. The match that I am conflicted about is the other tag team match happening where Main Event, who you just saw some main event artwork of, are going to be facing Miracle Generation.
Oh, why? That's another one they did you dirty.
They did. They did.
I mean, I'm gonna have to call, Manny and Kevin and say, what the hell are they doing? That's the real reason I hit the deer, you bastards. You put trauma on me. Wow.
Yeah.
They do that. They see that's what BST does. BST, I mean, indie promotion, they tug at your heartstrings. They know what the fans want. They know who the fans like, and they just go and say, you know what? Let's screw with the fans. We're gonna put fan favorites up against each other, and we're gonna let their blood boil. And that's what the guys do. That's why they call it blood, sweat, and tears. You know, that's exactly what it is. You got the fans' blood, you got the fans' tears. and of course the combatants, the performers, their sweat is in the ring to make sure everyone who buys a ticket is enjoying themselves and having a great time. I mean, you can't get more slam for your buck than a BST show. And I'm not just saying that because they're friends, because we work with them, we're working partners. I'm speaking the truth. You get caliber matches like this, and now, damn.
Yeah.
I thought Ichiban #1 versus Bobby Orlando was bad, but damn.
Well, you
This
haven't
is
even
really
gotten through the whole card yet, and you never know who's going to show up, right? I mean, we were there last time. We saw some faces in the crowd who didn't actually wrestle, but hey, they very well could have gotten involved somehow. So who knows what could
eh,
happen at any show?
yeah, exactly. I mean, last week's guest, Mother Endless, she had her three-way dance. She was in the crowd, and Evie De La Rosa dropped a challenge, and we both saw Mother. She was sitting there like just biding her time. You never know what can happen there.
Right.
Man, it's just like, now, as we know, Mother Endless, she chooses her spots. Maybe she's going to choose her spot. Maybe she's just going to show up and choose a spot. We don't know.
We'll sit tight and find out. And one of the combatants who had to face Mother Endless, which was not an envious task last show, is back on July 1st. Little Mean Kathleen is going to be
Ooh.
facing off against Becca.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. My money will be on Becca.
Okay. Yeah. Well, Becca has been a guest, so
Yep.
I'm with you.
Yep. My money will be on Becca right there.
And then we've got a mixed match, which is going to be La Chica and Mantequilla versus the Mission.
Okay.
So that's going to be happening, mixed match. And then tonight's guest, we're going to be talking to shortly, Bobby Buffet, faces off against Travis Jacobs, both trained at the Monster Factory.
Okay. I seen Bobby in action live, not just on the interwebs. And I seen him go toe to toe with Thick Daddy. I'm gonna say I'm gonna go with Bobby, especially if he hits some of the buffets around town and fills up with some carbs and some energy. I'm going to say Bobby all the way.
Okay. I think Bobby, I've also got my money on Bobby Buffet. Nothing against Travis Jacobs, but Bobby Buffet's got a ton of momentum, and we've been seeing him at Wrestling Open. He's all over the place. So yeah, I think he
lots and lots of traveling. Yeah, lots and lots of traveling. Bobby is, and we'll talk to him when he comes on. And he's got that momentum. And I'm gonna say, the last match that he and Thick Daddy had at BST was it was a BS call. You know it. I know it. Referee Bill knows it. BS call.
Yeah, I'd like to see an hour time limit so we don't have that happen again.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We're going to take 30 seconds for a quick break. And when we come back, hopefully, our guest, Bobby Buffet, will be right here.
Don't miss legends Lou Ferrigno, John Delancey, and more at Altered Reality Entertainment's newest pop culture convention, Contropolis, New Jersey. Coming to the Meadowlands Exposition Center in Secaucus, July 8th and 9th. Meet stars from stage and screen, wrestling ring, and comic book page. Get autographs and photos, and shop from top vendors. Don't miss the epic cosplay contest. Download the Altered Reality Entertainment app for exciting updates. Visit ContropolisNJ.com for tickets. Save $5 with code SOCIAL5.
Hey, and we're back, and Bobby Buffet is not here, but you know what? I'm going to be at Contropolis, New Jersey with that Wonder Woman, Jamie Dolan. We got a ton of panels to do, and we're hosting the cosplay contest, so we're going to be on stage once again having some fun. So if you're in the Jersey area, or if you're not in the Jersey area, just go up there anyway, enter the cosplay contest, and see Jamie and I, hang out with us, and enter it. See the judges, see what you can do on your cosplay. Go there. They got some killer artists there. Jack, you're not going to be there, are you?
No, I'm
No,
not. I'm
my
not.
God. But they got other killer artists, other great artists that are going to be there. Just go there, support those art people, those artists, get your comics signed, get some original art, just go out there and have some fun. Plus, you get to see Jamie and I on stage doing the thing in the panels that we are working on. Jack, where's our guest, man? Come on. We're going to run out of time
Well,
before he can come
before
here.
he gets here, let me just say the match I'm looking forward to this weekend, aside from all the matches we just talked about with BST, is actually WWE Money in the Bank, which the Money in the
Yes.
Bank match itself is LA
3
Knight
o'clock.
versus Shinsuke Nakamura versus Santos Escobar versus Butch, which hopefully the name change happens quick, versus Damian Priest versus Logan Paul.
Okay. Every single one of them is amazing except for Logan Paul.
Get out
I
of
could
here.
do without. No, I could do without him. He's an idiot. I can do without him. I would love to see LA Knight win the Money in the Bank, and Escobar. Those are my two picks. Then again, you got Damian Priest. I would love to see him win it as well. Those are my 3 that I want to see win it. I mean, LA Knight, yeah. I want to see. I got to get that soundbite for the soundboard. I want to see one of those 3 because Escobar. I mean, I loved him in NXT. I think bringing back that LWO is great. Even though the botch they had on SmackDown last Friday night was hilarious, where he meant to put Ray's arm around his shoulder, then he realized Ray was too short. I was laughing so hard. But Escobar is like an untapped talent. They need to set him free.
Huge.
Um,
He's huge.
yeah,
talent.
I mean he is like amazing in that ring, and it's like Damian Priest. Let him punish people because
Yes.
that is another one. He's tomorrow's star. They gotta let him go. Yeah, just let him off the leash. He is a major part of Judgment Day. I like him in Judgment Day, but he could be the next Scott Hall. He really could be if they play the cards right. Want him he can win it as well. And of course, LA Knight. Yes, he tries too hard to be The Rock. He does, especially with all his ring mannerisms, the way everything that he does. Yeah, but the dude's talent. He's got it. He's over, but he's stuck. Is it because of Vince McMahon? Probably. But they just need to do something like get rid of Vince McMahon. But I mean, you can't beat that horse to death enough. But it's just like, I cannot wait. And Jack, I love you, brother. I love you to death. But stop sending me fake news.
I did send you something. I got excited before I fact checked it, so I'm at fault. But yeah, I think Drew McIntyre will be showing up this weekend, and if he doesn't, then maybe the fake news isn't so fake.
Well, no, because he was at the Special Olympics underneath the WWE banner all week, so it's like, yeah, no, I don't think so. And then you sent me that, I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? They just said he re-signed like a week ago. I was like, what are you talking
Well, who said that? Did WWE say that?
I forget. We had a conversation. Then you sent me a thing saying Drew McIntyre re-signed, and then you sent me another thing. Drew McIntyre not re-signed. I'm like, Jack, make up your mind. You give
I
me a
know.
headache.
Well, it's something we have in common. We both agree that Drew McIntyre should be at the top of the mountain. So I was excited.
Yes, he should be. He should be. Now, I would like to see everybody like. Is he going to be a wild card entry into Money in the Bank? If so, everyone I just said could win is out the window because I want my boy Drew to win. You know. As far as the women's ladder match, I forget who's in it.
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, like I kind of have to look. I don't remember. It's Becky Lynch versus Zoe Stark versus Alina Vega versus Bailey versus Io Sky versus Trish Stratus.
All right. I would love to see Io versus Asuka for a title. That is a dream match. That would be freaking amazing. I think that would just be like, whoa. It'd also be a passing of the torch if Asuka wants to retire and go back to Japan. it would definitely be a passing of the torch. That would be the Hogan Warrior all over again. Of Asuka's going, here you go. This is all for you. I would also like to see Zelina Vega win. Believe it or not,
Really?
yes,
Wow. Okay.
I would. She's impressing me the past couple weeks. Trish, no, get her out of the picture. Bailey, she had her time. No, I want to see either Selena or Io. There you go, one of those two. Because
Wow.
I think
Okay.
Io definitely, and Zelina, because she's been impressing me the past couple weeks. Who I would like to see Zelina go up against? Rio would kill her.
Yeah.
And Asuka would kill her. I would just like her to see her win. Not necessarily get a shot at a title, unless it's like Liv Morgan all over again. Come to the ring where your champions have beaten to death and then lose it 3 weeks later. But because either Rhea or Asuka would just immortalize the poor girl. If it were to be Io, excuse me, I would like to see it be Asuka versus Io. That would be just amazing. I think Rhea versus Io would be. I think with Rhea's height and strength and Io's speed and agility, I think that would be a tight match to watch. Very, very tight. But I don't know if it would be a banger. Because Rhea really can't fly. She is quick and she's got the reach, but she's no Asuka when it comes to the maneuverability in the ring. She doesn't have that finesse. She's more of a brawler. She works better with a Becky Lynch. She works better with a Charlotte Flair. She's not, she's not one of those.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I'm much
I
more
got really technical there. I became like Bobby the Brain Heenan. I was channeling him. Holy cow. Sorry about
yeah,
that,
a little
guys.
bit. But I'm much more excited about that match than I am the women's tag match. When you mentioned Liv Morgan, I was like, oh yeah, that's happening too. Don't care about that, but I am interested in Gunther defending against Matt Riddle, which I think has potential to be huge.
No. I mean,
and Cody versus Dom Dom.
Okay, all right. See, all right. Now, the way I look at Cody versus Dom Dom, step up, 2 steps up for Dom Dom for sure. Again, I said this before, and Eric agreed with me. They are giving Dom Dom, he is channeling The Rock. Everything that they are doing with this kid right now is exactly what they did with The Rock back in 98. Exactly. Because everybody hated him, and now you love to hate him. You love to hate Dom Dom. The kid can't walk down the street without having a McDonald's wrapper thrown at him because it's brilliant. It's working. Okay, it's working right now. So you have this gimmick that is working. Everyone's making fun of him. And it's working out great. His mannerisms, everything he's doing in the ring, he's playing off of it. What his dad and his uncles trained him to do, it's picture perfect.
Yeah,
2 steps up with him working. With him working, we're going to get to Eric's comment in a second. With him working with Cody Rhodes is 2 steps up. But for me, Cody Rhodes working with Dom Dom is like a flight of stairs backwards because he was working. Yeah. I mean, what does Eric say?
Eric says Monday was perfect with Dom. But here's the thing about Cody Rhodes. It's a long-term storytelling issue. They got to fill time in order to get him back to the next WrestleMania to face Roman Reigns. So, like, is it a step backwards? It's just,
well, the way I look at it is you had Cody with Rollins. You had Cody with Reigns. Then you threw in Blubber Boy. All right. And yes, I'm talking about Brock Lesnar. You can just get rid of him. But you had this caliber. And then you're getting Dom. Dom right now he's going to be that caliber one day. He's going to be there. I mean, he is being primed. They talk about Jey Uso being groomed. They are grooming Dom for this right now. Everything that they're doing, they're grooming Dom because it's lightning in the bottle again. You could see it. You see that cap just shaking, ready to go. But it's not there. Okay, that mix, they're still getting that mix there. You could see Triple H in the back, like hocus pocus, boils in trouble. You could see him mixing that stuff up. And Vince is like, "Oh, what you doing there? Get out of here! Yeah, you stupid old man." And you see this happening, right?
Crazy
And
narrative here.
yeah, all right, well, thank you. And you see that, yeah, you can really see that happening. And Rey Mysterio's coming in like Igor. Yes, master, I'll help you. Here, take another luchador mask. And you see all this happening, but just let them work it out. But like with Cody, I can see it now. Maybe it's because of the history between the Mysterio family and the Rhodes family that Cody's like, hey, look, this is another generation. I need to do this because of the narrative, because of the story. It's father, father, son, father. This is first generation. Maybe. I mean, maybe this is something they both wanted to do because they did know each other since they were kids. It's something. Eric says, ha. So
Hey.
maybe this is something they wanted to do together. And maybe this is something to push Dom to the next level, to make that cap start to pop off that soda bottle even more, or Triple H's cauldron to start boiling over a little more. You don't know.
Yeah, I like the pictures you're painting. Very nice. A+.
I paint a lot of pictures, Jack. You're not the only artist around here.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah,
Hey, listen, you want to do a little trivia?
Oh, it is time for question of the week. Eric, I hope you're ready. Question of the week is brought to you by Alternate Universe LLC, where Wednesday today is New Comic Book Day. You guys should be buying comic books. If not from Alternate Universe LLC in Milford and New Haven, proud sponsor of Faces and Heels and the Angry Geek Show, you should be going to your LLC. Go there and get comics. But this is what I'm telling you to go to Eric's shop. If you can't make it to Milford, if you can't make it to New Haven, contact them through Facebook Messenger. Tell them what you want. They will mail it to you. If you mention the Angry Geeks, if you mention Faces and Heels, they'll give it to you with a free smile. Guarantee it. Guarantee it. Anyway, Jack, Eric says he's ready. Old school trivia. We're going to the Mid-South. Way deep, 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 deep down. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Who is Roscoe M. Brumba? Who is Roscoe M. Brumba? Is it Sputnik Monroe, Gorgeous George Jr., Rocky Johnson, or Reggie B. Fine?
Okay, so just based on some of the alliteration that happens in pro wrestling names, I got nothing. I don't think it's Rocky Johnson. I don't think it's Gorgeous George. So I'm going with number 4, Reggie B. Fine.
Reggie B. Fine. Jack, are you sure you're going with Reggie B. Fine?
Wait, let me think about it. Yeah, I'm sure.
You are wrong, Jack. You are wrong. And Eric says number 2. Oh my God, Eric, you are wrong. Oh, it is by far Sputnik Monroe. Sputnik Monroe was very big in the Mid-South area, NWA, WCW, and he had a short run doing house shows in the WWF. Sputnik Monroe was also once arrested. Yes, he was arrested. And why was he arrested, Jack? Do you know?
Smoking
Do you know?
weed?
No. Eric, do you know why Sputnik was arrested? It was the most comical reason why he was arrested.
Was he a jobber in WWF?
Yes, he was. But do you know why Sputnik was arrested? Because he was no, I will. Because he was practicing wrestling holds on people in the public without their consent. And then he did it to the arresting officer. And he goes, I'm just practicing my profession. And they arrested him. And the judge thought it was so funny they threw the case out. But he wasn't actually hurting anyone. He was walking up behind people, just putting holds on them. And like, well, what the hell are you doing? But yes, Sputnik Monroe. Was
Wow.
actually, his real name is Roscoe.
I don't even know
Thank
who
you for playing.
Sputnik Monroe is. So that's how far lost I was.
Showed you.
You
That's the
did.
guy.
You did.
That's
But
right there.
until that
He's
moment.
one of the original. He was with Dwayne Gilbert hair. You can't see it right there. He has the blonde streak going right down his hair. That is Sputnik Monroe.
That's where Seth Rollins got it from.
Yes, from Dwayne Gill and Sputnik Monroe.
That'd be awesome if he credited him. Yeah, he was this guy who was fighting the British Bulldogs on Challenge one week, and I saw his hair.
I know.
Thought, that's it.
Oh no, he was fighting. Dwayne Gill used to fight. Used to get his ass beat constantly by the Road Warriors.
Oh,
Yay! No! Imagine the guys, back in the 80s, whether it be WWF, or WWE, or WCW, or NWA, where the enhancement talent or the jobbers, they didn't know who they were working with. They just got their money and they were in Gorilla. Okay, guys, go out there. Okay, tag team, go out there. Next. And then you're in the ring and then you hear the music. What was going through their heads? Especially if you heard the Warriors drums come off. Because like a lot of the guys said they hate working with him because he was so like stiff. He just run in the ring, boom, 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 pick him up and leave. Okay? And then imagine like you're being a tag team and you're like, oh, hopefully we're working with the Rockers. They'll take it easy on us. And all of a sudden you hear, oh, what a rush. And imagine like you got two guys our size and here comes Hawk and Animal. It's like, what the hell?
no, thank you. No, thank you.
It's just insane.
Oh, God, can you imagine like what those guys were getting paid to get torn apart like that?
I know. Poor guys. I feel so bad for them. Well, I used to. But I also laughed.
Yeah, I mean, there were some pretty brutal bumps that really all you could do was try to be entertained by and not focus too
Mark
much
Lewis.
on injury.
Oh, look at Mark Lewis. He has $1 million body, right? And a 10-set neck. And the Undertaker whipped his ass like for the first 5 weeks he was on WWE television. The dude was just every time he got in the ring. Then I saw him at an indie promotion back in the late 80s. And he was known as the Condor. And he had these plastic wings on his arm. I was like, that's Mark Lewis. He loses every week. How are you going to win now? And he won. Yeah. Well, you didn't know any better back. You're just a kid.
Yeah.
You go to an indie show at a high school and you see that's Mark Lewis. You lose. But he won. I was like, hey, he actually won.
Wow. Oh, luckily he didn't hear you and jump into the crowd and put a hold on you.
I was like 10.
No. Yeah.
15, 18 tops.
You might have looked 18. Who knows? We don't know.
Maybe.
We weren't there.
I had like the Dom. I had the Dom mustache going.
Oh, that's enough. You should have put an armbar on you or something.
Maybe. Jack, I'm sad to say, but I don't think your guest is showing up tonight. So I think I entertained our guest long enough. It is 10 of 8.
I don't see him below
TV
us.
time. No, and TV time.
TV time's about to expire.
In about 10 minutes. Yeah.
Well, let me mention something that I know you didn't have a chance to watch, but I'm betting a lot of our listeners did. The match with Will Ospreay against Kenny Omega at Forbidden Door.
I did see the highlights, and I did see Don Callis say that Ospreay is going to need plastic surgery and stitches. I know it was a bloodbath. Tell me your thoughts on this match, please.
So here's the thing. If you didn't like that match, if you didn't think that match was incredibly entertaining, what I want you to do right now is hold out your pro wrestling fan card, like right up to the screen, because I'm going to take it away. You don't earn it. You didn't earn it. It's going to take it away from you, because that match was beyond 5-star. I think if you didn't like that match, you don't like pro wrestling. Everything that's great about pro wrestling happened in that match. How's that, Lewis?
That is just amazing. I think that what I saw was amazing. How badly were the injuries?
Oh my God. Did you hear what happened to Bryan Danielson?
No, I didn't. I did not see it yet. So no, what happened to
So
Daniels?
the Rainmaker versus Bryan Danielson was the last match, which I thought was a mistake because how could you follow Ospreay Omega 2? And it was kind of a wonky, weird match that had some weird moments. I have to say I was not into it. And at the end, after the match, Bryan Danielson revealed he broke his forearm. There was a point where he was lying on the mat and Rainmaker dove off, and I guess his knee landed on Danielson's arm and broke his forearm.
Ooh.
And he still, I believe it was about 10 minutes after that, wrestled and finished the match and won with a tap out.
Really?
It was insane. Yeah. I mean, Bryan Danielson, I would never have thought like he had a broken forearm by the looks on his face, the mannerisms, the way he
Yikes.
moved. The guy is incredible. I mean, to have been able to withstand that kind of pain, I'm sure it was insane, and finish the match. And I did think afterwards, like, well, maybe that had something to do with some of the wonkiness and maybe the reasons for me I wasn't as entertained, aside from the fact that it followed that incredible match. But yeah, that was the worst injury of the night. I'll tell you who I thought was outstanding and worked as hard as anybody was Athena defending the ROH title against Billy Starks. Was incredible.
Okay, I thought it was against, who did Willow wrestle against?
Tony Storm. It was a champion versus champion.
Okay, all right.
It was
And how was that
very,
match?
very good. It was very good, but like too many predictable elements. Like you knew Ruby Soho was going to get involved and all that. That kind of for me was just sort of it was kind of a bummer. I would have liked to have seen it with just the two of them one-on-one, but it was great. Those guys worked hard, had a great match. Definitely some really tough bumps. I'm sure they're probably both still feeling it today.
Wow.
Yeah, it was great.
They are definitely pulling out all stops in AEW. I think because there are a lot of backlash with CM Punk being back, so they are pulling out a lot of stops to make people forget that.
Yeah, his match was okay. Again, nothing wrong with it. It just for me was sort of, sort of an over the hill New Japan star. Didn't really work for me. I didn't really get that invested in it. It was interesting to see what they would do with CM Punk. The crowd reaction for me was as interesting as the match itself.
Well, how many people were invested in that? I wish there was a way, before we wrap up, I wish there was a way that we could see how many people actually viewed a match during each pay-per-view. Which matches are bathroom break? What matches are which matches are popcorn break? Which matches are I could go bring the dog outside? Or which matches are what? You know what I mean? That's what I would like to see. If someone can come up with the technology, I'm gonna patent it right now. So if someone working on this, I want to know. It's my idea. That's what I would like to see. That way you can prove, you can say to the money makers, the hit makers, to Vince McMahon, this is what your fans want to see, not what you want to see, dumbass. Proof is in the pudding. Here you go.
Right.
Because if they had that type of technology, which one day I'm probably sure they will, it would be like, yeah, here you go. This is what the people want. This is what the people don't want. This is where people want to take the dog out, bring the kid to work 2 minutes down the road. This is what people want to see.
Fair. Fair enough. Yeah. And I think some of these feuds are getting a little old too. I got to say, like the match with the Blackpool Combat Club against the Elite, I kind of was like, I mean, not that there weren't great moments in it, but I just sort of like, okay, like I'm kind of done with this feud. I don't know if it's just me.
I'm kind of done with the Elite. I mean, the Young Bucks can just go away. I mean,
Wow.
Well, think about it. I mean, in my opinion, I never liked the Young Bucks. We all know that. If you can't make it in NXT, you just no. Swerve made it in NXT. Keith Lee made it in NXT. That's respect. The Young Bucks, they didn't, right? They were like, no. So it's like, they started their own company to get somewhere. Hey, take my ball and go home. Okay, CM Punk. It's
Oh.
just, yeah, maybe that's why they don't get along with the guy. They're the same people. I just, I don't. No, no. It's they are they are C-rated Hardy Boy wannabes. That's in my opinion.
Whoa! Wow. Okay,
We,
we
I
we
mean,
have some
the
different
Haven.
views of the young
I'm
bucks.
gonna no, I'm gonna tell you what, the Haven, the Brick City Boys. Okay, even the main event, in my opinion, they're better talent than the Young Bucks by far. By even Miracle Generation. Miracle Generation can run circles around the Young Bucks. And I'm saying it right here, right now on TV. Across
Wow.
international, across Pod TV, I'm saying that. Yeah,
Wow. I hope the young
plain and
bucks don't
simple.
don't make a
I don't
comment on
care.
Twitter.
I don't care. I don't care if they do.
Wow.
They're idiots. Nick Jackson looks like Bleeker from the friggin' Muppets. I don't care.
Bleaker? Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
that's what I said.
Wow,
I don't
man.
care. They're
Jeez.
idiots.
Wow.
Idiots. All
Some
of them.
strong opinions here on CM Punk and the Young Bucks. Jeez.
Yeah, no. I mean it. I mean, Kenny Omega, he got my respect, man. That dude can work.
He better.
He can work. He has my respect. But the Young Bucks, no. No. What they need to do, he need to dump them idiots. You know?
Wow. So you
I
think
mean,
they're going
just
to
get
WWE?
who, the Young Bucks?
Yeah, their contracts are supposedly coming up.
Well, if they go to the WWE, what are they gonna do? Get beat up by the Usos? I pay money to see that.
Yeah,
I would
well,
pay money to see you get beat
that,
up by Finn and Damian Priest. I would pay money to see that.
okay.
Get beat up by the Creed brothers in NXT. I pay money to see that. Yes. Yeah, maybe if they pay their dues, they go to NXT and listen to people and learn their craft instead of being, I learned on a trampoline like the Hardy Boys. Then, if you learned like the Hardy Boys did after a while and learned respect, then maybe I'll have respect for you. Until then, Jack, tell people where they can find you on the interwebs and Patreon and all that bull crap,
All right.
because the young bucks come walking out. "Hey, I'm a young buck. I'm Nick Jackson. Hey. No, stupid. Nick Jackson. I'm Nick Jackson. No,
Wow, some Nick
idiot.
Jackson hate going on.
I don't know. I can't remember the other guy's name.
Well,
It's the only one I remember.
I don't want his ears to be ringing, so we'll move on.
I
So you could find me no longer on Patreon, but you could find me at Jack Purcell Inc.
want my money back.
All right, I still owe you like $28,000. It rises every time you talk about it. You could find me at Jack Purcell Inc. INK on Facebook and Instagram. If you're looking for any kind of commissions, if you need some pro wrestling trading cards like these guys and the ever growing collection, you can message me there. I will be at Blood, Sweat, and Tears, and that's going to be July 1st, 6 p.m. bell time. I will be there early, so I'll have a table set up. If you need some artwork, want to get his signature, come on by. And then Lewis has a big appearance to promote next weekend, not this
Yes.
weekend.
Not this weekend, but next weekend. I will be in Contropolis, New Jersey, hanging out with my sister from another mister. That's right, the sister that the universe should have gave me. That Wonder Woman, Jamie Dolan. She and I will be at Contropolis, New Jersey. We're going to be hanging and banging on stage with the celebrities as we are doing the thing with doing our panels. We're going to be walking the con floor with the mics in hand, doing interviews, and then we're going to be emceeing the event of all events, the cosplay contest, both the adult and the kids. So come out to New Jersey and see us. But not to mention, we got the Angry Geek Show live every Monday night, Faces and Heels every Tuesday night, and the Angry Geek Show Network is growing.
We
Be
are off for the
prepared.
summer, though.
Yes,
be
Faces and
warned.
Heels is off for the summer, but you never know what's going to take its place, right? I'm wheeling, dealing. I'm doing like this. I might not be on camera, but maybe some old Italian guy will be. Manja, if you make you hungry. Anyway, you can find me each and every week right here. You have been watching The Angry Geek Show on Pod TV. Visit our website today. And for guest bookings, email us at theangrygeekshow@gmail.com today.